So let's see if we're going live. Hey, we're live. Check it out. This is Root. My name is Aaron. And I'm going to be playing Root. Specifically a tutorial. And I think this game is very sweet. I mean, I'm not even lying when I say this game is worth it. Let me get my stream set up, make sure everything is good. So here we go, Root. Man, I've read a lot about this game. I have turned down the music just a little bit. I've read so much about this game. It is an amazing game. That was obvious before I played it. And I can't lie, now that I sit down and play it, man, I am hooked. Like, the artwork, the atmosphere that it brings, the mood that it kind of slowly lets you fall into, and even excuse me, I'm impressed with the choice of music in this specific what would you call it, adaptation or board game adaptation, I guess. They did pretty good here. This is $14.95 on Steam. So if you have Steam, I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a cute but still very tactical turn-based war game. That's what I would call it from what I've experienced so far. I did cheat slightly. I played the tutorial, not all the way through. Let's go through here. So the tutorial is 5, 6. Oh, there's an expansion. So 5 in the base game. On the adaptation here. I don't know if that's the correct term, but that's what we're going to call it. So, man. Oh, also, there's a Kickstarter that just closed, and you may be thinking, well, that's good for you to tell me now. Well, there is late pledging, which they said will be available soon, and that's for a boatload of expansions. I mean, more expansions than I would be surprised if you played with, because the real cool thing about this game is just even in the base game, there's a lot here. So let's get going into this. But yeah, the late pledge option will be open soon for the expansions. If not that, at least get the base game. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going full in. I'm getting all of those expansions. I'm going to buy that base game, which I tried to get from Letter Games. Patrick Letter, I believe, is the designer and creator. And there's another game I actually have in the board game version of his called Vast. And that game is an amazing asymmetrical game. This game happens to be asymmetrical to a certain degree, if not fully. So here we go. So this is basically for someone that is wanting to get into Root and you want to see what the tutorial is about. So here we go. Welcome to Root, a game of warfare and adventure where 4 unique factions struggle for control over the vast woodlands. Tell me more. Let's go. So this is the first thing in the tutorial that you will see. In this scenario, you will play as the Ambition Marquise Ducat. I hope I am not butchering that. Long before they became the military and the industrial powerhouse they are today, the Marquise came to the forest with a small band of warriors and a few modest buildings. So you start off as the cat faction. I'm going to say that because I'm scared if I'm mispronouncing Marquise. And then you're going to do a very quick tutorial on facing the Eyrie, which I believe is how that's pronounced, but the birds, essentially. I hear the flapping of the wings in the distance. Move quickly to establish your hold on the forest before your feathery foes, the Eyrie, arrive. Watch it be like a ray or something. Move warrior into a neighboring clearing to expand. Oh yeah, so one of the fundamental things that I noticed in this game is just movement. And from what I've seen, marching, which I believe, yeah, twice per ability. So that's one simple action. You know, every game has movement. This one, no stranger to that. So each clearing has a suit representing the community of creatures living there. This one happens to have, I think that's, or is that the badger? Yeah. Let's see if we can find some, it's activity log. Okay. Well, regardless of if you know what that faction means, which you probably won't if you're like me playing this game for the very first time, the rule flag. Oh, is this, can I click on this? No. When you make the march action, you get to make 2 moves, make another one now. So, still not sure if that is between 2 characters or 1. So far, it's only let me move 2 separate characters each time. Center turn rest. That's another thing. You go through the night, you take your turn, and then daylight happens, and you receive resources. So it's kind of interesting, thinking that the sawmills work through the night. Wouldn't have assumed. Pretty productive little set of cats here. So your sawmills generate 1 wood at the start of your turn. Wood is used to create buildings, as it should. Let's build a recruiter to get more warriors in the forest. Select the building. So yeah, last time I made some lucky choices and just built recruiters with all my spare time. I think that's the idea, though. This is only like 5 turns, I think. Use the recruit action to place a warrior at each of your recruiter buildings. So that automatically produces. Spread out your warriors to rule more clearance. So I happen to have some secret information from playing last time, and that is the Eyrie are going to show up right here and here. Specifically a character here and then a roost. Okay. So now we have goals. Goals are good. So yeah, here's where the game gives you your first choice on, I think, the 3rd turn here. So you can see we have an Eyrie here. We are spread out pretty wide. Now I'm realizing something. This is actually different from the first time I'm playing it, because there was an Eyrie here rather than here. So, and we're gonna get to move 2. So we're gonna go ahead and initiate combat. Combat. Select warriors to move. Combat is pretty interesting in this game. It's a nice little spin on dice rolling. And I get excited with dice rolling because you just never know what's going to happen. So, here we go. Ah, yes. Combat. So, in battle, 2 dice are rolled with sides 0 through 3 to determine hits. So I believe this is a D12. Looks like a D12. 5, 6, or a D10, actually. I think that's a D10. No, that's a D12. So there is a D12 with 0 through 3, which would be 4 times. So there's 4 3s, or 4s 1, 4 2s. So kind of interesting odds there. Anyways, they take the higher die, leaving the defender with the lower one. So if you initiate combat, which it seems like you want to be most of the time, you get an advantage. So that just incentivizes you. Initiate combat. Each player can deal no more hits than the number of warriors they have in the clearing. So more warriors, better, essentially. But there seems to be a cap at another certain point. You're wasting warriors, I would assume. Here's the dice roll. 2, so we're obviously taking the 2. From the maps. Okay, so for each hit, an enemy piece is removed from the map, starting with warriors. Your total hits are added up and displayed below. So we got 2 and they got 0. I don't feel bad one bit. Okay. So now we have one more action. Which would be to build a recruiter, but we can't. So we're gonna build a sawmill. And that's our day. What an eventful day, huh? So wood. So we're back to this. The roost is gonna pop up. It did pop up here last game, but I'm assuming it's not gonna pop up there. So there you go, the tutorial. Switching it up on you. Keeping it fresh. So we have a choice now. Choices. 3 actions. Oh yeah, building a recruiter. So that's like very important. And we really just don't care about sawmills at this point because our next objective we already have enough warriors for. We just made 3 or 4 more cats, or Marquise warriors, rather. Guess we'll just move up here. I'm just doing this just to group up our guys because I'm assuming it's going to be in one of these 3 spaces. And that's our day. We have one more goal, destroying the roost. Choose an action, huh? So we're still going through with actions. We got one more space here. Don't want to build a sawmill. I want to build a recruiting station there. We're gonna group up. Group up our warriors. Marquise warriors. So have daylight actions. Yes. I mean, I guess I could do more stuff, but I just... Goals. Rule 5 clearings. Oh, this is a different goal. So maybe there won't be any roosts. Okay. Well. So we actually didn't want to group up. That's hilarious. We actually wanted to spread out. There we go. 5 clearings. There's the roost. The Eyrie have built a roost that can create more. That can recruit more of their warriors. You must attack and destroy it before their flock becomes too strong. Okay, so I think we could do this. Oh, looks like we're gonna set up for next turn. I do recall them being defenseless though, the roost. So I'm assuming this turn. Yep, they're gonna pop out of. Okay, that makes sense. I bet this didn't happen last tutorial. You rolled a number that was higher than the number of the warriors you have in the clearing. That means the hits you earned for your die roll were reduced to your number of warriors here. Wowzers. That seems... Did I roll higher though? We both rolled 2. This is confusing. That means the hits you earned. Huh. Oh. No, he chose 2. Which I guess left me with the 1. So. But then. We're both dead. No. What a horrendous battle. Wow. That's hilarious. Okay. So now we can definitely take out that roost. The poor eerie roost. We still have one more movement. For some reason we can't move here. Don't know what that's about. Defenseless. Well done, you've destroyed the roost. That we did. That we did. He's on a tree stump. That's great. Is this our action log? Interesting. Okay. Giving me an action log. Okay. So there is the basics of Root. Pretty basic. I mean, there was move, build, produce, and fight. And I definitely highly engaged by the theme. I mean, this theme is just, it's just very inviting. Very inviting theme. And almost, oh man, with this this little musical number here. What's the word? Almost gypsy warrior, you know? Like I'm getting a not necessarily a gypsy vibe, but like a settler, like a settlement kind of vibe, like very exploring, even though there's really no exploring in the game. I mean, there could be how you look at it, but you know, in the sense of exploring games, there's really no exploration. But this game is, it's a war game. Territory. Okay, the invading Marquis de Cat wishes to exploit the woodland, using its vast resources to fuel her economic and military machine. She scores victory points by constructing buildings in the woodland. So, you know, the cat seems like your run-of-the-mill warband faction, but every game needs that And if you don't like playing that, then there is more for you in this game. In a typical game, the first player scores 30 victory points wins. This scenario, let's see if you can get to 12. Okay, I already see a card of hands, which is exciting. Just 1 second. I'm going to get a drink and go to use the restroom, and I'll be right back. Okay. Here we go. Second chapter of the tutorial. Route. So when you start a game as the Marquise de Cap, you play your keep in one of the corner clearings. Or you place your keep, rather. So my keep. I'm assuming this is turn 1. And I'm assuming the keep is very important to the Marquise de Cap. The keep is the cornerstone of your kingdom. Enemies may not build or place pieces in the clearing with your keep, but they can move there. Okay, interesting. So see, already it just is getting so interesting, but like not too complex, you know. Place your keep now. Okay. Oh, my keep is big. Wow. The Marquise army greatly outnumbers the other factions. You start with a warrior in every clearing except the one in the corner opposite your keep. That clearing is Eyrie territory. Huh. So I wonder if immediately when you place the Marquise keep that distincts where the Eyrie is. You start with a warrior in every clearing except the one in the corner opposite of your keep. Huh. So I guess you can only place on the corners? It didn't say that, I don't recall, but it's acting as if, yeah, because then that would be weird, figuring out where the Eyrie territory is. In any case, we get a warrior in each corner. Finally, you must place one of each building in your clearing with your keep or any adjacent ones. Okay, so that's a sawmill, that's a recruiter, and looks like a new building of some type. There's the roost. It's quite well defended. Oh, by 6. Yeah, that's fair. So it looks like we have a bit of a challenge here. At the start of daylight, you have an opportunity to craft your cards from your hand using workshops. You don't say. Workshop contributes the suit of the clearing it's in towards paying crafting cost. Workshops can be combined to pay for cards, but can only be used once each turn. Okay, forgive me. I'm going to have to reread this again because this is... Contributes the suit of the clearing it's in towards paying crafts cost. The suit of the clearing. Okay, so this suit is... I'm pretty sure that's the mice. Where? That's our supply. I'm gonna find these rules again. Where are the rules? Let's just continue with the tutorial. Whoa, I didn't read that one. The cost to craft a card is shown on the wooden board below its suit. Okay. So is that 2 warriors or 2... Okay. Each workshop contributes its clearing suit towards paying crafting costs. For example, you could craft this arms trader if you had 2 workshops in other clearings. Oh, wow. Wow. So you get benefits from being sharing clearings. Wow. That's how you build alliances in this game. Oh, that's sweet. You can craft Smuggler's Trail since you have a something icon workshop and a clearing, and it costs 1 something. The mouse, I forget. I need to know what this factions are cost. Let's read this. Smuggler's Trail. So 1 looks like bag of gold and 1 victory point. So that's literally for just creating this, huh? So our workshop just produced a victory point. Crafting the Smuggler Trails rewarding you with victory point. You are on your way to your 12 goal. Okay. So workshops are good. But maybe not too many workshops. So after crafting, the Marquise can take up to 3 actions. Wow. Okay. Marquise also scores VP when building. Right. I'm going with wants me to do a workshop. Okay. No choices yet. Sawmills produce wood, help you build more buildings. Okay, so now it's actually defining each building, which we kind of already established, but recruiters, as you know, help you recruit warriors. Let's build a recruiter to boost our defenses. That's what I wanted to do, was build a recruiter. Obviously. Why would I not? Yeah, because no data. Did we really disconnect? Yeah, it is going a little. Ugh. Studio. After you're running Steam. I swear I'm gonna have to figure something out. Let's see if we can. Oh, well, that's not in there. So. Now that there are 2 recruiter buildings, you can recruit 2 warriors with a single recruit action. warriors to the front lines to defense against the Eyrie. Okay. If you say so, tutorial. We may move any number of warriors using one march action. Let's move 2. Okay. Definitely introducing some more mechanics very slowly here. Remember, when you choose to march, you may make 2 moves, use the second, keep closing in on the Eyrie. Okay. The cats are stalking the birds. Wow. This is an amazing game. To move, you must rule either the clearing you are moving from or moving to. This can make it tricky to move deep into enemy territory without a substantial army. Wow. You must either rule either clearing moving from or to. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. During the evening, you draw 1 card. You can draw additional cards by having more recruiters on the map. Well, give me recruiters. Let's review the phases of your turn. Let's do that. That makes me feel good. Marquise de Cat, Field Hospital to keep. A Field Hospital. When a warrior dies, you may spend a matching card to return them to the keep. Crafted items. Vagabond uses a sack of something to increase the capacity of their satchel. Birdsong. Place 1 wood at each sawmill. Okay, so that's the production phase, essentially. Daylight, first craft. Second, take up to 3 actions. Evening, draw a card. +1 for each multicolor card earned on the recruiter stack, then discard down to 5 cards. Huh. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to let me take my turn after this and make choices. Is an upstart, the lineage of the Eyrie Dynasty will surely retake the forest. Oof. Why am I not reading this? The Eyrie may not look like much yet, but their ever-growing decree will allow them to take more and more actions each turn, so long as their leader stays in power. Their leader, you say? Heyo. Well, this is just an example fight. Could you effectively win this? Wow, I did get one in. I got one in. We may have lost the fight, but as long as your keep still stands, we can heal fallen warriors with the field hospital. Alright, discard a card that matches the suit of the clearing where your warriors were defeated to return them to your keep. Okay, so it's telling me to discard a card, which I'm assuming this would be a choice where, you know, I've decided I don't need or want this card in the game while I'm playing. Yeah, favor of the mice. There are no mice to be found, so that seems pretty pointless. Remove all enemy pieces in clearing. You can review special abilities unique to your faction, like field hospitals, by tapping on your avatar. Well, let's do that. right. We read this earlier. Workshops, sawmills. So this is a victory point for each haul of lumber. It seems as if it's telling me that. Okay. So interesting menu here. Crafted cards. 12 warriors in reserve. So we can only recruit so many warriors. Okay. That's good to know. Cards in hand. Marquise draws additional cards by building recruiters. Alright. Don't retaliate just yet. Build 2 more buildings to keep gaining victory points. You don't say. Build another building of my choice. Recruiter. Oh. That's that's the first time this tutorial misled me. It literally says build a building of your choice, and then it does not give you a choice. That's hilarious. Oh. It does actually, okay. But I don't have enough wood for a recruiter. So workshops give us victory points, so yep. That seems like the best choice. We could use more wood for building. Let's use overwork to push a sawmill to produce more. Oh. A new action. Spin a card to place a wood in the clearing with the sawmill action card. So you are just okay. And now, oh, it is giving us a choice now. To use overwork, you must discard a card by matching the suit of your sawmill's clearing to gain wood. To gain a wood. Cards in the something suit act as a wild and can be used in place of any other suit. Okay, so the claw suit, because that is a claw. So yeah, we actually do have a choice now. So we're discarding a card to tell our workers to hurry up. Let's see, movements, woodland runners, there's no bunnies. Oh, the suits are, yeah, there are suits of various types though. That's worth more, so that's the only way I'm making a choice here, is that this one has more victory points on it. Alright, so excellent. You have enough wood to make another building. You may spend any wood on the map connected to the clearing you wish to build in, so as long as you are connected by the clearing, you rule. Clearings, you rule. Build a second building to clear goal. Okay. I don't really want to build a sawmill. It's the only one, I guess. I don't know if I did that less effectively or not, but at least we can build and continue. Tap your avatar for more building info. As you build a particular building type, its cost increases along with the victory points it earns you. So, we were pretty much right earlier. So this is the cost, which is all wood, effectively, as it should be, and victory points increases. So workshops and sawmills have the highest cap, being at 5 victory points. The first one is 0. So it's interesting. Very, very interesting. This game makes sense in a lot of different ways. There's definitely there's no fluff in this game. It's all very, oh, we have new action. You are out of actions. By discarding a card, you can take an extra action. Holy moly! Taking extra actions in games feels good. So do we want to though? But I think it's not giving us a choice. It's literally making us. So our whole choice earlier was pointless in the context of this tutorial. Looks like you haven't recruited yet this turn. Let's do so. Well, yeah, only because you're telling me what to do. What a demoralizing tutorial. Jesus. More warriors arrive each day. The Eerie will use them to crush your pitiful forces. Oh. Can't do much crushing being little light birds. Aw. 3 versus 5. The birds have fallen into a trap. You have something icon ambush. Okay, so you have an ambush icon card you can play. Use it now to destroy your attackers. Okay. So ambush. You may ambush in a fox clearing. At start of battle, defender may play to deal 2 immediate hits. Cancel if attacker plays matching ambush. Wow! You can cancel an ambush with an ambush. Oh, wow. That's neat. These cats are more clever than I thought. Ambush -2, and then we go to the dice roll. That's a 2 versus 0. Oof. We came out kind of on the bottom on that. But 1 survives. They draw. We should draw at some point. Continue scoring points to defeat the area by destroying roosts, construct buildings, and crafting items in the items that reward. Oh my gosh, are you giving me choices? No, not yet. Ah, here we go. Choose an action. Yes, choices. Choices. All right. I'm gonna pause real quick because it looks like my video is not doing so well. Why does it do this? Three frames per second, huh? Okay. Waiting for this to say that it is green light. Which looks like we're still at 3 frames per second. Looks like I'll have to do some research on how I can make this better. Maybe I just need a better PC, you know? $5, $640. Still says we're on the low. Okay. So let's look at the map here. While we're considering the map, because this is partly a territory game after all, it's definitely good to consider the map. So we got our keep, we got 2 there, 3 there, 1, 1. So we're spread out pretty well. We see 3 roosts. We're at 5 victory points and we need 12. Building, we could just simply win by building. Unless I'm missing something here. Sawmills and workshops. Let's just build for a turn. We got 2 lumber. Let's go for recruiter. Even though it's it has the lowest cap of victory points. Undo, let's see, march. And let's slowly set up here to make an attack next turn. So 3 here, so we're gonna go see if we can move all 3. We can, yes. Yes. And so if we move 4 here, next turn, they could move 3 here and have 6 versus 5. So that doesn't feel good. So we're going to go clearing. We're actually going to move this guy. Oh, no, we didn't want to do that. Oh. Yeah, undo. Wait. Oh, yeah. We did want to go here with all 3. I guess we can't get through the bridge. Let's no. I'm gonna move him here, out of danger. Okay. There we go. Recruit. Okay, that's good. I didn't even see recruiting into there, but that's, I like that. So we get some cards. Cards are good. Really? You're gonna challenge me with 1? Really? Oh. Wow. So yeah, as the attacker, he had the advantage. So if there was a 0, I think he would have killed us all, which would have been crazy. That crazy bird. Okay. No cards to craft. Press the continue button. No cards to craft, huh? Can we discard cards? Oh yeah, that's payment for these. Okay. So, do we want to move? I kind of do just want to move in and attack, right? I think we're set up to attack. Because we can move 4 or 5 here. Let's not go all in. Let's go 5. Just to be safe. I mean, even though we probably should. But we have these guys here. Which I am going to put all in. And then we're going to attack. Oh, yeah. You score for each enemy building and token removed. Removing warriors does not score victory points. Okay. So is that, did we attack the roost as well? We did. Oh, we decimated them. Oh my gosh. I kind of feel bad for that one. So we got 1 victory point for that. Huh, just 1 victory point, really? Okay. Well then let's build, because apparently that's worth more victory points in the long run. Workshop or sawmill, both have the higher cap, I believe, right? Yes, and they are both on the same track. So now it just becomes a choice of what's more valuable to us separately from victory points alone. Sawmill or workshop? Let's go with workshop because that has to do with crafting. Okay. So that's 10 victory points out of 12. I think it's safe to say we're going to reach that. I don't know if you can actually lose in the tutorial. Oh, they're gonna fight. Oh, these Erie are aggressive. Too aggressive for their own good. Interesting. Okay. Okay, Erie. So it's wanting us to continue. Okay, so that was the first phase. Let's go back to see what that phase was. Daylight. So that was the craft phase of the daylight. I don't know. I don't want to say phase again, but more or less that's the only word I can think of. We didn't have any more cards to craft. I'm still not getting the cards fully, but I don't think that's too big of an issue. They kind of just put those in on this tutorial, the second one. But that's why we're doing this, to learn. So battle. Attempt to remove an enemy places clearing where you have warriors. No, I don't think we want to battle this turn. We only need 2 more victory points. Which a workshop or a sawmill or a recruiter does that. And there we go. Not too bad. Oh, the poor Erie. He's not dead. He's just taking a nap. All right. So there we go. The next one we learned to play the Erie. All right. Proud Erie dynasties wish to reclaim the glory of their once great aristocracy and retake aristocracy. Why have I not said this word? And retake the woodland from the Marquise. They score each turn by building and protecting the roost in the woodland. You begin with 6 with roost and 6 warriors. With a roost and 6 warriors. Roost are the Erie's only building type. They are used to craft cards from your hand, recruit warriors, and score victory points each turn. So very similar to the Marquise Cats. Caw. We will need a leader who can expand our avian empire. Let's select the deposit since he will allow us to build from turn 1. Despot, probably actually. I believe that word is. There are some interesting words. I'm definitely learning some new words playing this game. That's for sure. A couple new ones here. So move and builds. Let's see what these each one does. So the builder, and these are the leaders of the Erie. The builder, move and recruit. Ignore your disdain for trade when you craft. Charismatic, battle and recruit. You place 2 warriors, not 1, each time you recruit. Commander, move and battle and attack. As an attacker in battle, you deal an extra hit. Move and build. If you remove at least 1 enemy building or token in battle, score 1 point. Okay. So interesting. So the Erie have leaders. Very interesting. The Erie must follow an official decree each turn. Each column of the decree is associated with a different action. Recruit, move, battle, build. Huh. That's crazy, okay. So the cats are more like free action, and the Eyrie are very specific order of actions. Your leader determines the initial actions in your decree, in this case, move and build. Huh. Each turn we must add 1 or 2 cards to your decree. Only 1 card added may be a multi-card. Let's add a mouse. Don't know the name. Favor of the mice. We're calling them mice. Remove all enemy pieces in the mouse clearing. Oh. Specific spot here. As your decree grows, you can do more and move and more each turn. Okay. When you assign cards to your decree, only their suit applies. If you want to use a card's effect, you must save it for the crafting phase. So it's interesting. They have a slight variation on the cats, but it's done very well. This is a great game. When you assign cards to your decree, only their suit applies. If you want to use the card's effect, you must save it for the crafting phase. Just read that. During the bird song, you may craft cards from your hand using roost. Each roost contributes the suit of its clearing towards paying cost, much like the Marquise workshops. Your roost in the mice clearing, I believe that is, will allow you to craft sappers. This card will become in handy if you are attacked. You may discard this to deal an extra hit. During daylight, your decree is resolved from left to right. Recruit a warrior in a roost matching the suit of your decree assignment. Whoa. This is getting a little complicated. By no means not in a bad way, but definitely some strategic depth here for sure. So do we drag this or choose it? Assigned to degree can be used in any clearing. Move 3 warriors to the cat's clearing, I believe that is. 3 warriors allow you to maximize the hit potential of your die roll in battle. Just 3, huh? So yeah, so far this tutorial is pretty linear. I don't think you could lose in any of these, but I could be wrong. But reading is essential in this game. I don't think, even though it's directing you on exactly what to click, if you're not reading and trying to understand these mechanics, I really don't think you're gonna grasp onto them. But at the start of the evening, you score victory points for your roost. Select your avatar for more details. Okay. So now it's, excuse me. Now it's basically taught us the action sequences of the game, and it is now kind of moving us quicker along, because apparently the Eyrie are related to the Marquise de Cat. So that's good. It's a good tutorial. This is definitely probably the best way that I could think of. You know, I don't have any critiques for this or nitpicks. So the roost track shows your progress towards retaking the forest. The more roost you have, the more victory points you score each turn. So you score victory points simply for having more roost, which is similar to the Marquise de Cat because they score victory points for building. But you have more victory points for simply maintaining your roost. Despot. If you remove at least one enemy building token in battle, score one point. Okay. So the birds are aggressive, actually. They are aggressive and techy. They definitely have a little tech going on. Lords of the Forest. You rule any clearings where you are tied in presence. When crafting items, you score only one victory point. Man. Investments. So what's our goal here? Have 3 roosts. We got 2 out of 3. Marquise de Cat's turn. These bird brains think they can retake the forest. Not on our prow. That is hilariously cute. Recruiters. They're recruiting. Please don't give me choices. I'm not ready for choices. That'll tell you something about the Eyrie. They do seem a little bit more complex for whatever reason. So new date, new opportunity to add to your decree. Let's add a card to recruit so we can get more warriors each turn. Okay. So you add in cards to recruit. Each turn you may also assign a second card to your decree. Assign a card to the something icon battle column so we can fight the Marquise in the clearings. Huh. In a matching clearing. Okay, wow. So you're matching the faction icons. So the faction icons seem to be kind of almost they're multi-purpose, which is great in a game. I mean, that's what you want is, you know, simplicity but depth. Nothing to craft this turn, no matter. Your disdain for trade limits your reward for crafting items to a single victory point. Trade, like many things, is quite literally beneath you. That's hilarious. Trade is beneath you. Why is that so funny? Choose a clearing to recruit your warriors. I think if I was playing Roots in person board game, I would probably play the Eyrie at first. They seem like the kind of thing that I would like to dig into, but I would enjoy playing all of these factions eventually. So we get a choice. Choices are good. Definitely really good in board games. So 3 to recruit. Let's recruit where there are the Marquise de Cats, because I'm just not feeling. Oh, we can recruit both, so it's not really a choice. Move the warriors, blah blah blah. Yeah, we're moving all 4 because there are 2 cats there. Oh, really? Just 3? Okay. Why be so specific, tutorial? A foul smell hangs in the air. The Eyrie must be approaching. Really? They smell? We skip the battle action because you do not have any cards assigned to the battle column for your decree. Okay. If we're skipping the battle action, then why are we getting ready to fight? Three versus two, we very well could lose this one. I think, yeah, if we rolled... Well, no, we were at the attackers, so we could have just whiffed it at worst. So I guess being the attacker, if you have more... Really, you have a decent advantage being the attacker in this game, which is interesting because that kind of keeps everyone doing something, right? Like, or keeps everyone engaged and wanting to attack, or even giving you more, since it's a luck-based combat, but not fully. It's a good mix of luck and deterministic. The combat is, and even though you're rolling dice, so yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you definitely. I guess you could win by not attacking, but you would have to be very defensive. You would have to be a great defense to win without attacking. Like for the Marquise de Cats, you can just get victory points by building buildings, or actually that is your main win condition, because you get, I think you get the least amount for attacking, so... What a glorious battle. We must rule a clearing to place a roost there. Warriors and buildings in a clearing contribute to who rules it. The Eyrie always wins ties. The Eyrie are just little butt munches. So it looks like even though they have a recruiter there, we can still build. So really just clear of warriors. You draw an additional card during the evening for every 3 roosts you have in play. Every 3, huh? 3 roosts, 2 victory points. Marquise de Cats. My CPU is running at 40%. Use crafted cards. Decline. No, I don't want to go decline. Ha. So, they still got our roost, so we shouldn't have done that. Because now we just lost our warriors and our roost. I would rather have kept my warriors if I knew I was losing my roost. Oh, you don't say, and they go to the field hospital. You don't say. I feel turmoil approaching, but you must add to the decree each turn no matter what. Make an assignment now. Just don't worry too much about where. Okay. Tutorial. Wow. Make an assignment. It's kind of telling me. It's telling me what to do. So continue. Choose a clearing without any something. No clearance to recruit that match the decree. Continue to enter turmoil. Wow, so turmoil is a thing, huh? The Eyrie have entered turmoil. Could not recruit any clearance. We fall into turmoil because we couldn't perform all actions on our decree. Oh, wow. This is... Those malevolent Marquise destroyed your only roost in a clearing last turn, leaving you with no clearings to recruit to. During turmoil, you discard all cards in your decree and lose 1 victory point for each discarded card or multi-card. You then select a new leader and proceed to the evening. Wow. Wow. This is like super demoralizing. So we get to choose a leader. Commander, move and battle. Let's battle. Avoiding turmoil requires careful placement of cards to your decree. Try to match suits to the clearings you plan on interacting with. Oh boy. Multi-claw cards may lose you victory points during turmoil, but they offer flexibility that can help you prevent it from happening. Yeah, they better offer flexibility. 2 roost +1. A victory point. Marquise de Cat's turn. I'm getting scared here because I'm starting to not know this turmoil. They kind of just threw the turmoil in here, unless I was not really paying attention. Okay, so they recruited. You look ready to take it from here. No, I don't. No. Destroy enemy buildings, craft cards, and build and protect roosts to score 10 victory points to complete the scenario. Here we go. We're off into the wild blue yonder. Oh, man. If you're having trouble deciding what card suits to assign your decree, you can always minimize it to review the map. Great. Okay, so yeah, we want to match. So either there or there. So do we want to move? Actually, I think we do. We may lead to turmoil since you have no warriors, and oh, yeah, obviously we are not getting this at all. No. Huh. Probably just building. We don't have warriors in any of these spots, do we? No. So what the frick? Maybe we just ended up in a bad spot? I almost feel like we have to make a choice here because all of these lead to turmoil. So, and those have a +1 multi. I just feel like recruiting makes the most sense. Oh, it literally will not let me recruit though. I have to do something though. It will let me move. We want to be aggressive, so that's kind of my idea here. We're just moving to attack. No warriors clear the match of the decree to move. Continue to enter turmoil. Oof. So what happens when we go through leaders? 2 roost. Goals, 1 out of 10. Strap on my thinking cap. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Remember, if you are ever unable to perform an action assigned to your decree, your flock will fall into turmoil. Oh, that seems to be the thing right now. So, these are wild, I believe. Battle and marching to a clearing. So yeah, that's a wild, so that doesn't matter. But do we want to recruit or battle? That's actually, yeah, we do want to battle. We want to battle right here. Space when they use it. Huh. It's a recruit action. Wonder why it's telling me that. Battle decree. We're going again? I thought we just... Oh, we're attacking their recruiter. The recruiter place. Sorry, cats. That is how it happens. Okay, so the win here seems possible. If I really have to pay attention to the icons for each area. That is some cats. What was that, like 4 or 5? You may make a move. Well, yeah, let's do that. There's just a choice up here on our decree. Right, so it has to be a matching place. So we could move here and attack, if I'm thinking correctly. So move. Oh, we can move there though, right? Matching the decree to move. Oh, so I have to be in that spot to move to. Okay. So we enter turmoil again. Oh my gosh. I guess this is learning by trial and error right here, because we have the Erie have 1 leader to 1 leader to win. 2 roosts. So do our goals reset too? That's brutal. Oh, I am feeling it. And Marquise cats are overworking. So can we just not do anything, or recruit, move? See if this works as, yeah, double. No, we don't have any in that space. Is this just making me learn? We can move. I'm about to say is I feel like this is just forcing me to see what happens when I enter turmoil so many times. So we can move and build. Building feels good. To march from. This one. Is the warrior still there? Yeah. So the Erie have a pretty specific type of movement and just turn order. Choose a clearing to build a roost. Okay. Let's click turn. I see. I'm starting to get it now. So the Erie are basically faction dependent, alliance dependent in a sense. Or area dependent. So they kind of move and sway between what they can do, where they can do what they do. Still kind of confused on it, but wow. Okay. So we have a wild, which is good. The wilds freshen it up, definitely. We can build again. Battling doesn't look possible this turn. Wow. So let's try recruit. Or no, we could battle with this one. Right. Okay. To recruit. Huh. So go here. Seems we can still do everything with no repercussion, no turmoil. Definitely gonna win this battle. Wowzers. We battle decree, can't build a roost clearance since there's no slants. Continue to enter turmoil, really? So what happens now, huh? We choose leaders again from the same? Huh. Please don't tell me we go back down to... Wow, we lost a victory point. This is kind of brutal. Like what's happening here. The cats are just overpopulating. These darn cats. Wow, did they just switch that around? Wow. Wow. I am almost speechless. Again? What? Wow. This is brutal. Like, all right. So, what if you don't have any matching cards though? Like that's what I'm feeling right now is that okay, we have one. So do we just have to have one that matches? Is that okay? Right, so we can go here, recruit, choose a clearing to march from. Let's go to here. Let's move 5, 4. Choose a clearing to build a roost. Definitely building there. Okay. Ooh, now it's not feeling as bad. We got some choices. We're building choices with the area. This area selection here. Yeah, try me. Try those numbers. Okay, so far, so what I've gathered is that I have to match an area that I am in with a card that I can discard with the icon at the top, which is definitely kind of not a confusing concept, but one that you have to think about. But then I have these multi ones that let me do anything. So those you want to save immediately gathering. So for example, currently we are occupying mouse territory, bunny territory. So it actually looks like moving here and attacking. So what do? We recruit, move, battle, build. Recruit, move, battle, build. So we could recruit here, move, battle. Yeah, let's try that. So bunny. So recruit. It's working, it's working. Crafting phase. Crafting can still continue, but it can't based off something. So yeah, we're gonna recruit here. Recruit there. Sure. March to, oh, we can't go there. We can go here though, which seems pretty occupied, but we're gonna try it. 6-3. We can't battle. Why can't we battle? We missed something. No, not turmoil. Either I'm playing horribly or the Eerie enter turmoil a lot. Do I lose a victory point? I gained a victory point. Or wait, I lost one. I think I gained 2. Well, at least we're moving upwards. Man, the Erie are a learning experience. Holy cow. This has been quite the learning experience. Okay. So move and battle, I'm assuming can be any, but recruit and build. Yeah. Okay. We're still making moves. We're kind of getting this. Choose an enemy to battle. Let's battle here. 6v4. Holy moly, no, I did not calculate that right. Oh. Or wait, is that just, okay. Okay, wow. So that just means that, can we battle again? No. 4 roosts plus 3. We're almost at 10. Let's do this. All we gotta do is just not hit turmoil, and I think we're gonna win. My turn? Oh, yes. Okay. So we have options. Let's just go with this, which I believe will be our safest option. But we can... Oh, we can put down multiple. Okay. But can we go... We can only go here. Build... So that's saying we have to do that. Okay. Kind of getting this more now. So crafting phase. What can we do to craft? Is that plus a victory point? We did it! That felt not good at times, but I was learning, so. Now you know the Marquise and the Erie. Would you like to play a practice game between them? I'm not sure if I'm ready for that right now. We still have one more alliance to learn, but it is early in the morning for me, so I need to get moving. I have some other things I need to do. But what we can do is briefly look at the Kickstarter expansion here. And briefly view what I am going to late pledge. And I only made the decision to late pledge after playing this adaptation of the board game on Steam, which I do recommend. I think both are worth it in this case because this game is very good. This is a very just in all aspects, the artwork, the experience, It seems it has classic types of gameplay, but done in a kind of new, condensed, modern sort of feel. But yeah, so we played as 3 factions, or 2 rather. We played as one and learned about a second one. The Marquise Cats came off as very easy to play and just like build, 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 build. Probably what I would introduce someone to the game with is that alliance. The Eyrie felt rather complex, honestly, at the first glance, but then it started to make sense even through the first and second turns. But let's look at the expansions, because it's quite amazing how many alliances that they're bringing to the table here. Keepers in Iron, Lord of the Hundreds, Forest Patrol, The Last Dynasty. In each one, the Outcast and the Bandit, there's just one bear. Spring Uprising and Rabbit Hood, +1 uprising, die 6 uprisings. I mean, the factions, Riverfolk Flotilla, Warm Sun Prophets, Rowdy Crowd, and the Devoted Crowd. I mean, it really is kind of amazing at how many alliances they're introducing. Ooh, hirelings. Okay, so these aren't alliances, they are hirelings. So I'm assuming hirelings are some kind of integration. This level includes everything above, and adds a Clockwork Expansion 2, which contains automated versions of the 4 Riverfolk and Underworld factions. Also, it contains new trade cards to spice up the factions from which the Clockwork Expansion from the first Clockwork Expansion. To use this product, you must have the Underworld and Riverfolk expansions. So yeah, this, as far as expansions go, this is getting pretty deep into expansion territory. Requiring, an expansion for your expansion. But in this case, I really see this as worth it. I'm not a big expansion person. I enjoy games to deliver in their base game, which Root does. That's the funny thing in this case, is that Root, as the base game, there is a lot to the gameplay and replayability. Very important. But it seems that they are knocking it out of the ballpark, so to speak, with the expansions. I mean, I could see maybe one of these being filler, but I just highly doubt it with the reputation of Root and landmark packs. Explore and conquer new landmarks that can be added to any of Root's 4 maps. Build your empire among the treetops, fire control of the black market. Wow. Yeah, they are like truly expanding this game in every sense of the word. So let's read about Root, and then I'm going to cut the video. So let's see, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's, read this. A return to Root. With your support in 2019, the Underworld Kickstarter brought Root to more players than ever before. In the years since the game's release, Root continues to enjoy a vibrant and welcoming community of old and new players alike. At Letter Games, we are deeply grateful for this community. We keep food on our tables and lights on at the office. You give us space to take risks and develop new games, and perhaps the best of all, your support means that we can continue exploring the world of Root. So Root, the Marauder expansion, is the next chapter in the series. The expansion offers 2 new factions, the Lord of the Hundreds and the Keepers in Iron. Both factions are designed to work seamlessly with all previous factions and provide players with a unique gameplay challenge with the dramatic narrative-first asymmetry that has become hallmark of Root's design. That's worth a mention. It's an asymmetrical game, like Vast, designed by Patrick Letter as well. Asymmetrical games are interesting. It's kind of it's almost like a taboo in a way. Asymmetry. It's very interesting. But let's continue reading here. So the expansion also introduces the hireling system. Okay, so the hireling system is an addition of this expansion. This is a gameplay option that can be used at any player count and faction mix. Hirelings are perfect for folks wanting the experience of Root as a two-player contest, or who want to inject their multiplayer games with even more combos and color from the game's wider world. Root is a fully asymmetrical strategy board game designed by Cole Wolf, lavishly illustrated by Kyle Fern, and brought to life by the team of Letter Games. My bad. Patrick Letter did not design this game. He had something to do with this game, but he did not design it, so that was my bad. Stalk the woods as one of the vagabonds. Seize the initiative with the eerie birds of prey. Rule over your subjects as Marquise de Cat, and command the Woodland Alliance to create a new order en route. The players drive the narrative, and the differences among the roles create unparalleled interaction and replayability. I will agree. There seems to be some serious replayability in this game. And there is a print and play. Wow. Print and play, huh? To preview and download the kit. Wow. Okay. See, that says something about a content creator, is that they're willing to put out a print and play because they know this game is so good and juicy that you're probably going to want to buy a copy of it. And that was the boat I was in for the longest time. I was like, oh, Root looks like a great game. Looks like a fun, interesting game. Looks like a game with high replayability, different ways of playing, and has a good following. So that's the confidence they have. They know that they're going to get you hooked with a print and play, and you're going to go buy a copy. And that's the boat I am in currently. So this has been Root, a tutorial briefing of the Steam adaptation. So yeah, I'm going to continue on with my morning. Hope everyone else has a good morning wherever you are, if it's the evening, whatever time you watch this video. And have a good day.